will promote smart growth in urban areas, which will help protect our rural assets as well from suburbanization?
You know, Russ, that's a great question. Our renowned historic tax credit program, coupled with the federal, was one of the most successful and robust investment strategy, economic and community revitalization investment strategies in the state's history. That is clear. My concerns have been, and again, I'm involved in historic preservation. I'm an advocate for that. I've been involved in these projects. But my concern is that as that program was the first established, the criteria for participation was too broad. And what happened, quite candidly, is the market subsided. Our capacity to fund that program subsided with it. We lost the capacity to keep pace with the program. So one of the things that we're certainly having dialogue with, I just met with Ted Sanderson, who's the director of our State Historic Preservation Cultural Commission, who's led that effort, meeting with Scott Wolf at GrowSmart. We're having an active dialogue about reinstituting the program. Again, reinstituting it where it's data and strategy driven. There is an economic investment strategy and goal tied to it that has less of a residential benefit, to be quite candid, and certainly less of a private residential benefit. Our goal should not be to provide public tax credits for the restoration of a private residence or a private club. That is not the goal. The goal should be is the restoration of historic properties as a part of an economic development strategy, or restoration of a mill village in Burrville, or the restoration of historic mill buildings such as Iris here in Newport, or the investment in rescuing of key urban areas that also will be coupled with commercial mixed-use economic development strategies, office, research centers, laboratories. So one of the things that we'll be looking at is taking the criteria and shrinking it, making it more defined and related to economic development, leveraging the program of other capital financing incentives. In fact, I feel very passionately about this. The EDC has to play an active role in this program. We were on the sidelines when that program was initiated. The entire program was initiated and overseen by the Historic Preservation Office, and that's fine. But their goal, who they are, is not economic development. It's the preservation of historic properties. So their criteria was simply, if it's historic, we'll restore it. That's a good thing, but it wasn't sustainable, to be quite candidly. And it wasn't a part of an integrated economic development community reinvestment strategy. So we're having that dialogue. EDC has to come to the table with this. We have to be an active participant, both in developing the criteria, the strategy, the data to support the criteria, most importantly, making sure that every cent of public money, our money, your money, be it a credit or cash up front, is accounted for, and that we can absolutely see a direct return on investment through jobs and wealth creation, which is jobs for us in the state, taxes for you in the communities. So that is strategic, but we have to do it the right way, Ross, and we will.